Hey, this is DecoyNoise, and today we're going over more r/relationships. And is it okay if I, an 18-year-old male, ask out a cashier, an 18-year-old female, while working? So as always, read the story in its entirety, rush it over to Decoy Court so I can give you my knee-jerk reaction, then we go over the top and controversial comments, but make sure you subscribe down below, because twice a day we're going to be covering more drama like this, and you don't want to miss out on that, so let's go ahead and read the story. OP wrote, "First of all, I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. And I understand being nice and engaging is part of being a cashier, but I feel like this may be mutual and is okay. This summer, I've been working full-time as a forklift operator across the street from a food market. During my lunch, I go over to the market and buy a sandwich and some snacks. At the market, there is one girl, an 18-year-old female, who is my age and also works full-time. Every time I check out with my food, she likes to be the one who operates the till. She will wave me over and tries to be the one who operates the till when I come over. We usually talk for maybe 2 minutes, and once the manager told her to hurry up because we talked a little too long at the till. I've gone to this market every weekday for the past 2 months and have talked to her every time. She is super sweet and has the prettiest light blue eyes. I've started to catch feelings for her. I feel like she also enjoys talking to me and perhaps there is some chemistry. I was thinking of asking her out tomorrow. I was going to write a note says, if you are interested, following by my phone number. I was going to pass her this note while she gives me my receipt. I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable, and I really don't want to make her feel cornered or anything. Too long didn't read. I want to ask out a cashier. I've made some stall talk for the past 2 months. I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable." So as always, you got to take the case and rush it over to Decoy Court. And the sad part is I'm going to make a very knee-jerk reaction saying, if this guy says, I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable, I think she has the prettiest light blue eyes. I've been there every 2 months. I talk to her a lot. Makes me feel like this guy might be making her feel uncomfortable. The idea is, sad to say, this is the reality. Everybody always says on Reddit of how to have success with women or men is rule 1, be attractive. Rule 2, don't be unattractive. Rule 3, follow rules 1 and 2, where if this was a very good looking guy and the girl's into him and he's going in there every time, the girl's getting all excited and giddy and liking the interaction they're having. But if this guy is a full on neckbeard, kind of not good looking, kind of looking at the ground, this Michael Cera type where he's just very uncomfortable in his own skin, he may or may not be making her feel uncomfortable too, where he's sitting there looking at her eyes, oh, you have the prettiest light blue eyes, not really communicating with her, just imagining their life together as they get married and have babies. It could be putting her off, be off-putting for her. And the idea is, if we talk for 2 times when he buys a sandwich, is she being friendly and just trying to get the transaction done, or is she genuinely interested? Was the manager walking up to say, hey, you guys hurry up, get out of here, or get back to work, or is he walking up saying, hey, cashier girl, are you okay? Is this guy bothering you? Okay, you can go ahead and go. Is he not good about reading situations? The idea that he wants to write a note with his number on it, I think is a terrible idea. I think that if anything, puts more pressure on her and takes it less out of the regular strides of a good conversation. The idea is, if they're into it, she can just say, hey, do you want to hang out? If she's into it, he can say, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? And she'll say yes, or she'll say, no, I have a boyfriend, or whatever excuse she needs to make herself feel more comfortable. The idea is, if you add some extra stuff where, it puts her on the spot, now she has to write down a number, or she has to text him or something like that, is going to make it more awkward. I don't like that idea, but I do understand. The kid's 18, the girl's 18, they're probably not good at flirting anyway, so who knows? Maybe he just needs to go out there on a ledge and just say, hey, look, I like you. But if there's anybody at home right now watching DecoyNoise and wants some relationship advice from me, I'm just going to go ahead and say that honesty is the best policy. None of this whole, she has the best blue eyes and I'm going to write this long story on Reddit and, we talk every day, so that's reasons for we be together. No. X all that out. If you like someone, say, hey, let's hang out sometime. I'd like to get to know you. If they say yes, cool, they like you. If they say no, then leave it at that. No online stories, no fantasizing about how they are, none of that stuff, whatever. That's what makes you creepy. That's what makes you make people feel uncomfortable. Nobody just asking out somebody one time has ever come across as creepy if you do it one time in a very polite fashion, I think, in my opinion. So if you think that I'm right, if you think that I'm wrong, make sure you drop a comment down below before we read those top and controversial comments, because this is my opinion. I feel like I'm successful in the dating world, but maybe you can let me know in the comments if you don't think I am. So let's go ahead and get to that top comment right now saying, when I was 18 and working at the grocery store, this hot dude used to come through my line. It was the same with us. We would chat and stuff. One night he came through and bought a rose and gave it to me and asked me out. This was pre-cell phone days, lol. We dated for a few months. I think your note idea is a good one. So here's the big thing right now is we don't know the level of attractiveness that we have between the girl and OP. We know OP likes a girl, but we have no idea how this interaction is going. And oftentimes when a guy likes a girl and he's oblivious to the situation, they'll paint everything in a good light. Like, oh, she always waves me over, or, you know, we have 2 minute long conversation, like he times it or something. He's going to misinterpret all the interaction as a positive one when it may or may not be one. So the idea is we're basing this off of this person's experience right here, where they said, hey, a hot guy used to come in there and talk to me. So he's saying this hot dude came to talk to this person right now. Well, what if OP's not this really good looking dude and he's actually kind of a creeper? For them to give this guy advice right now to say, hey, bring her a rose, bring her a note or whatever. What if he's not that hot dude? He could put himself in a very, very embarrassing situation, which you don't want him to do. So I think that's terrible advice in my personal opinion, because we just don't know much about the OP. But let's go ahead and read the reply to that, saying, I like the note plan a lot. I'm generally against asking someone out like this because it's their job to be friendly. But in this case, there's some pretty clear signs she's going beyond her job to talk to OP. I don't see that as a thing. Like, she's going beyond her job to talk to OP. Like, I could see as being a thing where she tries to time it and, like, you know, she checks out OP all the time, does like extra long conversation. But I can also see where, you know, the guy could be a creeper and he's just always going to the one cashier and making sure he goes to her and chalking it up to her initiating that conversation. And also the idea of she's being friendly, he doesn't read the situation well, and she's always just trying to wrap up the conversation. Okay, well, that is cool. Well, thank you. Well, come again sometime. Thank you. And he just stands there and just waits 2 minutes, like, oh, we're having such a long conversation. But maybe as we go on, we can find some other things. But everybody seems to think that this is a good idea. Next reply was, when I was around 19, I worked at a combo coffee/taco shop in a small town and got a big crush on a customer I dubbed Brown Truck Boy. He was so cute and kind of shy and came in a few times a week for crappy tacos. He had a friend who used to stop in often as well, and was kind of a lovable loudmouth. One day he was asking why I didn't date anyone in town, a very small town, and I felt bold and I said, I haven't met anyone as cute as your friend in the truck. He freaked out and called his friend right there and said, guess who thinks you're cute? Coffee/taco girl. Apparently for months he had been talking about me. Cute coffee/taco girl. He put her on speakerphone and forced us to talk, and we ended up going on a few dates. It didn't lead much, but I love the memory. Those kind of crushes are delightful. I also had a few guys be creepy dudes. I co-sign you slipping her your number. It's low pressure. If she doesn't call, you 100% pretended like it never happened. That's your job. That's all. So I do kind of understand this thing where she's like, yeah, there's creepers and there's hot guys that hit on her when she was working at that coffee/taco shop. Side note, that sounds awful to me. I've never wanted to eat a taco and have a coffee with my taco at the same time. I don't think that it's maybe that's just my personal opinion. Drop in the comment section if you just love dipping a taco in your hot coffee. I just can't imagine that being a thing. But okay, back to this right here where they said that this was a cool moment. Like, if she's into him, it's gonna be a cute little moment and they're gonna cherish this forever. If he's a creeper dude, it's not gonna go over as well. The idea where he's gonna slip her a note and be very unsure about himself, if he's an exceptionally hot guy that's attractive to her, no matter how it comes across, she's gonna find it cute. But if he's not a creeper, he's not the 10 out of 10 to her, if he's somewhere down the middle, sometimes you can get girls that are out of your league, right? And sometimes they'll like you because he just had an air of confidence around him. He was just so sure of himself. He was masculine, whatever it may be. This is the opposite of that. What would be the way that if she was unsure about him, what would be the way that he can win her over? If he walked up and said, hey, look, I know you're busy right now. Maybe me and you can go out and get some coffee sometime. Would you like to hang out? Just very, very upfront and forward. Maybe she might be like, okay, cool, I'll give this guy a chance. He's pretty bold. But if given the opportunity to be like wishy-washy about it, like, yeah, that was kind of weird, right? I don't really receive that well. I could see this backfiring. Everybody seems to think I'm wrong, but I don't know. Maybe I am wrong. Who knows? Actually, I didn't mean to click that right there. So the next reply was, I think the note with your number is a cute, low-pressure idea. And if she doesn't respond, then just go to a different cashier when you go there again. Which, they say it's a low-pressure thing, but I think that it would almost be a little bit more off-putting. I don't know, maybe girls that are watching this video, drop me in the comment down below, which would be more awkward? The guy, you rejected a guy that handed you his number, or you rejected the guy that said, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? And you saw him the next day. I don't know. I feel like the guy that was just kind of off the cuff, like, hey, let's hang out, would be a little bit more, you can get over that faster, in my opinion, where if he just was having a good conversation with you and said, hey, let's hang out, that could be of a spur of the moment thing. Oh, well, you're into Pokemon cards. I'm into Pokemon cards. You want to hang out sometime? Would be off the cuff. The whole note thing means that he was thinking about this for a long time. He was planning it out. He was thinking about you when you weren't around, and that puts a little bit more pressure on the situation, and then that would make it more awkward later on. But I'm open to being told I'm wrong. Let me know. But let's go ahead and read some controversial comments before we wrap this up. Neither. Just stay friendly with her, and if there's ever anything fun going on, just invite her out casually. Don't write any notes, ever. P.S. She knows you like her. So, and that's the thing, maybe. And here's the thing: is a lot of the time people can be oblivious to signs. Like, I know people that are very keen to saying that girl's checking you out, and I also know people that are oblivious. Like, a girl can be, you know, flipping her hair, standing next to him, asking them random questions like, what time is it? And then standing in a way where they're trying to show off everything. I'm doing a terrible rendition of that right now. But the guy won't cue in that the girl's into him. So, you know, I would never say that someone definitely knows you like her, and they definitely know they do or don't like them. But just the idea of, you know, this one got downvoted and also deleted, but the idea is like, hey, stay friendly, and if there's anything fun going on, invite her out and ask her out casually. I think that's a good advice. I don't know why that they got downvoted on that. And the idea is like, don't write any notes ever. I guess we might be forgetting the fact that he's 18, and maybe that's just going to be permissible to be kind of bashful about it. But honestly, I feel like his best opportunity to get her, if she's unsure about him, is just upfront asking out, being bold, being assertive. I don't know, that's my thing. So make sure you guys can earn yourself the Decoy coin by giving me your feedback down below. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I'm open to what you guys are thinking. But as always, if you made it this far in the video and you're seeing the hearts and the likes, make sure you're liking this video, subscribing down below with the notifications on, and also sharing it with somebody that may like this Reddit podcast relationship advice commentary thing. I don't know where this is going. Let me know what you want to see more and less of. More Am I the Antagonist, more r/relationships, or just something different entirely. Let me know all your advice down below.